Nike has finally unveiled its first major solo commercial featuring Caitlin Clark, marking a pivotal moment not just in her career, but in the evolving landscape of women's basketball marketing. For months, fans have been clamoring for Nike to step up and recognize Clark's outsized impact, not only on the court but in the culture at large. Now, with a cinematic, high-gloss ad for her Kobe 5 Protro player exclusive, PE, shoes, Nike has made a bold statement. Caitlin Clark isn't just another rising star, she's the present and future of basketball marketing. The commercial arrives at a highly strategic moment. Clark is currently sidelined with injury concerns, yet Nike found a way to keep her name front and center. This ad keeps her in the public eye while reinforcing her superstar status even in her absence. It's a masterstroke of timing and brand awareness. Shot with moody, atmospheric visuals and featuring sharp sound design, the commercial isn't just technically impressive, it's emotionally resonant. We see Clark lacing up her cobes, entering a mental space of absolute focus as the noise fades away and a transformation takes place. Her eyes flash with a subtle snake eyes effect, a nod to Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality, symbolizing her inner intensity and killer instinct. It's not just a commercial about a shoe, it's a declaration of legacy. That Kobe connection is marketing brilliance. Nike is effectively tying Clark to one of the most revered figures in basketball history, positioning her not as a promising young player, but as a generational icon. This subtle symbolic storytelling places her in the same narrative orbit as the game's greatest. It's clear this wasn't a throwaway ad. This was Nike at its best, telling a story about grit, dominance, and star power. But as striking as the commercial is, the context around it makes it all the more impactful and controversial. WNBA viewership numbers, without Clark, have plummeted. Games that featured other big-name stars like Angel Reese, Kelsey Plum, Nafisa Collier, and Hailey Van Lith struggled to even crack 250,000 viewers. One game between the Connecticut Sun and the Las Vegas Aces barely hit 100,000. Meanwhile, Clark's lowest-rated game still pulled in over 580,000 viewers. That stark contrast is a reality check for the league and a massive green flag for marketers. Clark isn't just another star, she's the gravitational center of WNBA attention. Nike's decision to finally roll out a high-production solo campaign for Clark couldn't come at a more brutal moment for everyone else. This isn't just about celebrating Clark. It's about waking up to cold commercial truth. The players who were long touted as marketable draws have struggled to maintain consistent national interest. Clark, in contrast, moves merchandise, sells out arenas, and breaks viewership records. And now she's getting the kind of advertising treatment previously reserved for male NBA stars or WNBA veterans like Aya Wilson. Speaking of Wilson, the disparity is impossible to ignore. Aya has been a mainstay in Nike's WNBA marketing for years, and rightfully so. She's a multi-time MVP, a champion, and one of the best two-way players in the game. But her commercials have never had this kind of scale, creativity, or mainstream buzz. That's not a knock on her, it's a reflection of Nike's shifting priorities. The fact that Clark got this kind of rollout as a second-year player, without even having her own signature shoe, speaks volumes. This PE release is essentially a litmus test. Nike is gauging interest, and from the early reactions, the verdict is in. The demand is massive. Social media exploded in response. Fans responded with a mix of excitement and exasperation, using words like "finally" and "about time" in droves. Many wondered aloud why it took this long for Nike to capitalize on such an obvious marketing goldmine. One commenter quipped, "Y'all must have a fever," cleverly referencing both Nike's belated awakening and Clark's team, the Indiana Fever. Others were even more direct, proclaiming that this move signaled it was time to buy Nike stock again. For Nike, this commercial isn't just a marketing win, it's a course correction. They've finally acknowledged what was already painfully obvious. Caitlin Clark is not only their most valuable women's basketball athlete, she might be their most valuable basketball athlete, period. She's outselling NBA veterans in merchandise, pulling in viewership numbers that rival national men's games, and drawing in a broader, more passionate fan base than most of the league combined. And now, she has the branding to match. From a production standpoint, the ad is a masterclass. Every shot feels purposeful. The lighting emphasizes intensity and focus. The sound cues are sharp and immersive, and the pacing builds toward a transformation moment that mirrors Clark's rise in real life. The set isn't some recycled basketball gym. It's an intimate, stylized environment that elevates the sport to an art form. This is the kind of storytelling Nike has historically reserved for transcendent athletes like Jordan, LeBron, and of course, Kobe. What's particularly notable is that this is all being done for a PE sneaker, not a signature shoe. That tells you how serious Nike is about building Clark's brand. They're investing major resources even before the full product line launches. According to reports, a full clothing collection is coming before the holidays, and a signature shoe could debut in 2026. If this rollout is any indication, it will be one of Nike's biggest women's launches ever. The ripple effects are going to be felt far and wide. Other WNBA players are likely watching closely, some inspired, others may be frustrated. The commercial is a stark reminder that in the world of pro sports, talent matters, but marketability moves the money. And right now, no one moves the needle like Caitlin Clark. For other brands, this is a wake-up call too. Companies that passed on Clark before are probably watching Nike's gamble pay off and wondering how they missed out. This moment also represents a larger shift in how women's sports are marketed. For years, many brands treated women's athletics as a check-the-box initiative, obligatory, not opportunistic. Clark has changed that. She's made women's basketball not just visible, but commercially explosive. The kind of investment we're seeing from Nike now isn't about equality, it's about ROI. And that's arguably the best kind of progress. It's not symbolic, it's economic. In the end, this commercial isn't just a piece of branded content. It's a milestone. It reflects a change in how female athletes are perceived, marketed, and valued. Caitlin Clark's rise has forced both the league and its corporate partners to rethink what's possible. With her new Nike ad, she's no longer just a rising star in women's basketball, she's a defining figure in the future of basketball marketing. And Nike? They finally remembered they like making money. Ask ChatGPT.